We do have the distinction of having the most toxic legacy issue in Canada, that's right.
We're talking about Randle Reef in the Hamilton Bay, but it is in the process of sealing decades of toxins found in the bottom of the reef.
Toxins that are obviously deadly to fish and wildlife in the water, potential cancer-causing agents to human beings, really nasty stuff.
Chris McLaughlin is the executive director of the Bay Area Restoration Council. He met with me outside of the Hamilton Port Authority to get a view of the worst of the contaminated area.
So what we have are legacy pollution problems, so the holdovers, the leftovers from decades ago.
The project has been 25 years in the making, but compared to similar cleanups, McLaughlin says it's an appropriate time frame.
To do all the engineering, the environmental assessment, to get all of the money together, to get everybody rowing in the same direction, it's taken this long. Local money all coming together, the Port Authority, Stelco, the cities, and Halton and so forth, figuring out how to get all the local money to go together with a third from the province and a third from the federal government.
Yes, Stelco has a large contribution in this cleanup, and though steelmaking is a cause of the reef's current state, there is no one to blame in this situation.
Most of its history, this problem out here had no legal remedy. The companies that were dumping weren't breaking any laws.
Stelco is one of the local stakeholders. They've provided $14 million worth of steel to the project.
Environment Canada is the lead on the $140 million project. And right now, Roger Santiago, the sediment remediation specialist, says they are in year 2 of the 7-year plan.
We're in stage 1, which is to build the engineered containment facility, and that is the box that will go and contain in place the most highly contaminated sediment.
So those steel pilings go down, some of them more than 100 feet, into the harbor bottom, and so it's containing all of that, the worst of that material.
Usually projects like the Randle Reef cleanup go longer than schedule, but considering how complicated the process is, the project is actually ahead of schedule.
Trying to build an absolutely enormous steel box around very toxic material underwater is actually really complicated, and we're a little bit ahead of schedule in terms of the decades, the years and decades that it takes to get one of these going.
Santiago says the finished project will help revitalize the community.
It's estimated that the project will help generate millions of dollars in economic benefits, including job creation, business development, and tourism.
As for residents who live close to the Randle Reef, there is hope for the future.
Clean it up, and you can take that, take it off like an area of risk, and you can make it into something that's more marketable. Then I think it's good for the city. I think it's good for everyone who lives here and owns a home here.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Natalie Stoberman.